secretly mixed laxatives into his kids' ice cream. After eating it, they held their stomachs in discomfort. While they complained, CJ just laughed. He filmed the whole thing like it was a joke. The prank was so absurd that it made headlines, but the other videos got worse.
Let's not freaking sugarcoat it. You your children. You put substances in their goddamn ice cream and then you laughed about it? What the heck is that? No, CPS, bro, where are you? If I were to ask you what are your thoughts on child labor, odds are you would probably denounce it. Unless you're like the CEO of Shein or Temu in China. But for some reason, the idea of disliking child labor doesn't seem to uphold itself when in conversation of child influencers. Their parents are forcing them to make videos on social media, and then on top of it, the kid doesn't even have access to all the funds. The parents does, which rightfully so. I mean, I wouldn't want my freaking kid to have access to a goddamn $1 million either. But is it not low-key a little bit exploitative? So today we're gonna be checking out the disturbing world of child influencers.
Kidfluencing, an $8 billion industry.
$8 billion goddamn dollars. We're gonna have to start dropping like a t-shirt line of like freaking Dora merchandise or something.
Is a 9-year-old model too young?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, there has been so much controversy surrounding this young 9-year-old model.
The child in this case is the product, right?
Yes,
so when does it end? It's a 24/7 job.
From the outside, child influencers sometimes look pretty happy and adorable.
Yeah.
In reality, some of them live under pressure, control, and even fear. And in today's world, it's obviously getting worse. These are the most disturbing cases of child influencers, ranked from bad to terrifying.
Okay.
Boram. Boram was just 6 years old, but she already had 30 million subscribers across 2 YouTube.
Yo, a 6-year-old has more motion than me and you combined. Than all of us watching this video combined. 30 M subs? Maybe we gotta start reviewing some toys, bro.
And she wasn't just famous, she was rich. In 2019, Boram was allegedly making $3.1 million a month from her videos. That same year, her parents bought a 5-story building in South Korea.
Damn.
The building cost around $8 million US.
Bro, she could pay that off that entire building within like 2-3 months of content. It ain't on nothing for Mrs. Boram.
All came from Boram's content. Although Boram was successful, her fans were worried about her. They felt they needed to save her from her parents.
Why?
Boram's early videos were simple. She did toy reviews and vlogged about her life.
Okay.
In one video, she cooked noodles on a mini stove and ate them
Why are they black? You know what? That sounded racist.
on camera. But Boram's parents wanted more. More views meant more money. So Boram's content got edgier.
The parents want more money. She's making $3.1 million per month and you want more money. How much more can you make from YouTube? God damn, bro. This is the greed they talk about in like religious textbooks, bro. Stop.
So Boram's content got edgier. In one video, Boram stole money from her dad's wallet. That made a lot of parents angry. They didn't want their kids picking up bad habits.
She's filthy rich. I mean, why would she be stealing from her parents' wallet unless they're withholding her money or something like crazy?
In another video, Boram pretended to be pregnant by stuffing her shirt with pillows. Viewers were disturbed. They accused Boram's parents of creating content for shock value. And soon people were asking, was Boram just a kid having fun, or was she a cash cow?
A cash cow, because let's be real, bro. A kid doesn't have those analytical skills to be like, oh, mommy, I want to make some shock value content. Mom, please, please. I'm gonna make myself look pregnant. I'm gonna steal from dad's wallet because it's gonna increase my click-through rate and my average view duration on YouTube, which therefore is gonna increase our revenue and actually add more ads to our videos. Like, no, she's a freaking kid, dude. No. At this point, you can see in her face, she's being told to do all this.
Boram stealing and pretending to be pregnant upset a lot of people. And
Yeah.
some of them decided to take action. In 2017, a group called Save the Children took Boram's parents to court. They argued that the videos could seriously harm Boram's mental health, and they showed—
Wait, to court? Interesting. I mean, I feel like you could take people to court for worse than that. I thought it was gonna get worse from there.
They argued that the videos could seriously harm Boram's mental health, and they showed Boram's controversial videos as evidence. The court took it seriously.
Wait, does Boram have 2 dads? Okay, shout out to the 2 dads. Well, or not shout out if they're bad people, I don't know.
Controversial videos as evidence. The court took it seriously. In the end, Boram's parents were ordered to attend counseling to learn better parenting skills. They also deleted the disturbing videos and issued a public apology.
Okay.
Since then, Boram's content has been more family friendly, and despite the backlash, she's still one of the richest YouTubers in South Korea.
I feel like you can kind of tell when somebody's genuinely having fun, and it kind of just looks like the parents are like, yo, wear this, do that, walk down like this, we're gonna do this and that for you. Like, she's dead ass clocking into work right now. Like, this don't look like a happy child. Brief intermission. If you're enjoying the video so far, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 40,000 subscribers. Thank you very much.
South Korea. This
But,
next
hey.
influencer was accused of manipulating his viewers. The case even went to court. Ryan Kaji. Ryan Kaji was everywhere in 2016.
If you watch YouTube, you've undoubtedly seen his face. And if you're a parent with a kid who watches YouTube, Ryan of Ryan's Toys Review is a face
Oh, yeah, of course.
really well.
Ryan's videos were mostly toy reviews. He'd open a box, play with the toy, and share his thoughts. And it made him rich. Between 2016 and 2017, Ryan earned 11 million US dollars. Then in 2018,
In 1 year, bro. God damn. And to think in 2016, bro, we were listening to music, we were playing basketball, we were in freaking school, and this dude, Ryan Kaji, was making $11 million, bro.
Then in 2018, 19, and 20, he became the highest paid YouTuber 3 years in a row.
Damn.
In just those 3 years, he allegedly made $77.5 million.
Bro, this is an NBA contract right here. 77 M's within 3 years, bro. Yo, Ryan, let me get $1, bro, please.
Ryan looked like a kid playing with toys on camera, but behind the scenes, Ryan was carrying a burden viewers couldn't see. Ryan started making YouTube videos in 2015 when he was just 3. His mom quit her job as a teacher to run the channel full-time. The channel was a hit, but as views increased, so did the pressure.
Okay.
In 2018, Ryan wasn't just a kid opening toys, he was the face of a global brand.
Yeah.
It's funny sometimes when I see myself like at the store on the shelf. I see like Ryan here, Ryan here, Ryan here, Ryan here.
His parents signed
That's gotta be a little trippy though. Imagine being a kid and you see a bunch of pictures of yourself on a shelf and you're like, is that me for sale? Am I on sale? Like certain things I feel like are not meant for kids to be doing, like influencing. I understand, bro. Get that bag.
deals to put his face all
I see like Ryan here, Ryan here, Ryan here, Ryan here.
His parents signed deals to put his face all over a ton of merch. There were Ryan Toys backpacks, cereal, and even toothpaste. Success meant Ryan was working all the time. This was real hard work. He had to film videos, memorize scripts, meet with sponsors, and more. He was doing the kind of work
This is child labor, bro. This is literally child labor. He was memorizing scripts at the age of freaking 3 years old, 3, 4, 5. I mean, to be fair, a lot of us in theater, we were memorizing goddamn Shakespearean plays. Which one of y'all were theater kids like me, bro? I did 1 year of theater. I'm lying like shit.
adult influencers do. But Ryan was still just a kid. Then after all that work, something happened that put Ryan's entire channel in danger.
What?
Since millions of kids were watching Ryan, big toy brands wanted in. They paid to have their toys featured in his unboxing videos.
Little
Nobody
promo?
told the viewers watching. Ryan would unbox a toy and talk about how amazing it was. But in reality, he was being paid to do that. In
Obviously.
2019, a group called Truth in Advertising figured out what was going on. They realized that 90%
Wow, man. Breaking news, you discover freaking paid promo. I mean, like, dude, what? Or it just wasn't disclosed that this was paid promo.
of Ryan's videos had some kind of thing figured out what was going on. They realized that 90% of Ryan's videos had some kind of paid promotion. That meant 9 out of 10 videos were ads disguised as playtime. The group filed a complaint with the Federal Trade Commission. Ryan's family was in big trouble now.
Ryan Toys
At the end of the day, bro, he could be still giving a real authentic review even if he's getting paid. But as the brand myself, if the freaking person discloses that my thing is a paid promotion, nobody's gonna buy it. So I'm gonna tell Ryan, yo, don't tell nobody this was paid promo, bro. Once that disclaimer is there, this is paid promotion, it's like all the authenticity is gone. So I guess it is kind of scamming in a way.
Review is being investigated by the Federal Trade Commission, who's accused the channel, specifically Ryan's parents, of subjecting preschoolers to ads disguised as toy reviews.
But they weren't just going after Ryan. Since the channel was on YouTube, the Federal Trade Commission also sued YouTube and Google for $170 million. It was a giant mess. To
No way a freaking kid got YouTube sued for 170 M's like that, bro. If I'm the freaking YouTube CEO, I'm telling the parents you gotta spank them for like 300 years in order to pay off this goddamn debt. That's abuse. Don't do that. And obviously, that wasn't even freaking Ryan's fault. It was his parents. So his parents need to be the ones who get spanked for 300 freaking years.
sure this never happened again, YouTube made some major changes.
And now YouTube is spinning out YouTube Kids, a separate app, which will have much more strict policies around ads. What kind of
Strict.
ads can go in, how they're displayed, how that's all monitored.
YouTube moved all kids content to YouTube Kids, and they added stricter rules around advertising. Ryan's World is still one of the biggest channels on YouTube, but it cost Ryan his childhood because
Okay.
while most kids were just playing with toys, Ryan spent his childhood selling them.
That's a good
This next
point.
Child influencer
Would y'all trade your childhood for wealth in your adult years? Like, let's think about it like this, bro. Ryan never has to work a day in his life at this point, and he's like freaking 17, 18, 19 now? I don't know. Would y'all take that deal or would you keep your childhood? Me personally, I think I'm taking that deal, bro. I'm signing with the Illumin. Okay, no, I'm not doing that. Screw my childhood. It wasn't even that good anyways, bro. I'll watch The Sandlot later in my life. The Mighty Ducks.
was doing something that's not normal for her age. She became a model. Christina Pimenova.
Who?
Christina Pimenova started modeling when she was just 3. By 6, she was working with luxury brands like Armani. By 8, she was on magazine covers. By 9, she had over 2.5 million followers on Facebook.
Yeah, hell freaking no, bro. Knowing what I know about the modeling industry, if you guys don't know, bro, it gets sick. It gets wicked, bro. People will freaking judge people's bodies, substance abuse going on within the industry, creepy activities, PDF type of activities. Hell no, bro. I'm not subjecting my child to none of that.
Then she was given a title that followed her for years. She was called the world's most beautiful girl.
This is the most beautiful little girl in the world. How do you feel comfortable even writing this out? Do you not feel a little bit weird? What?
Beautiful girl. But the more attention Christina got, the more concerned her fans became. The problem started when Christina's mom made a disturbing comment.
What?
She said Christina spends 4 to 5 hours a day training for gymnastics. That's more than most adults exercise. People started wondering if Christina was being pushed too hard. One mom.
It's not really the worst thing. I mean, at that age, maybe, yeah. But I'm thinking back when I was a kid, like, I was playing sports for very many hours daily. I wanted to. So maybe that's the thing. Like, she doesn't want to and she's being forced to do it. In that case, it'd be terrible.
Posted a photo of her daughter dressed like Christina. At that point, it wasn't just about Christina. It was about the example she was setting. Then there was the title World's Most Beautiful Girl. To some people, that was just too much pressure for a 9-year-old.
Just the whole title is
Too much pressure and also like weird optics. Like, do you want people to be like, check it and be like, oh, this is not true. They're gonna be comparing her to other people and be like, no, this is the most beautiful one. No, this is the most, like, it's just a weird conversation. Like, what?
much for me to wrap my head around, let alone a 9-year-old. That's way too much of a title for a 9-year-old.
Yes.
And the fact that she's already being hailed as a supermodel, I think, is pretty damaging.
Yeah.
Even CBS ran a story on Christina. It was titled, How Young is Too Young to Be a Supermodel? But as more people complained, Christina's mom pushed back. To Christina's mom, the problem wasn't her daughter's modeling. It was the people complaining. She responded by saying, Christina is just a little girl who's attracting a lot of attention. You must think like a creep in order.
And unfortunately, some of this attention is coming from strange people with huge personal problems.
You must think like a creep in order to see something inappropriate in these pictures.
I don't know.
But even if she didn't admit it, she made changes.
I think being aware of the potential weirdos in the world is not thinking like a creep, it's being realistic. I think it's also very clear that like the freaking modeling campaigns, they're trying to like age her up in a way. By doing like the makeup thing with the hair, the outfits, they're trying to make her look older, which is gonna appeal to a weirder audience anyways. It's not like they're trying to show like her with freaking kids toys. And what, she's freaking 9 years old in this? And at that point, it's like, okay, the freaking modeling director's got some sketchy activity going on trying to like age up a little girl like that. To me, I don't know. I don't mean to keep yapping, but what you gotta understand is like, this is all intentional from the shoots. The way things are put together, the way things are designed, even the set, it's all intentional, okay? They're doing it for a reason. They're trying to do something and they're trying to attract a certain type of audience. That's the whole reason why they have her as a model, because they're trying to sell to somebody. They're trying to get people's eyes on it.
Today, she's 19 and still modeling.
Okay.
Most child influencers are supposed to be adorable, but this next one got famous by getting on everyone's nerves.
Lil Tay.
I'm sure you guys have heard of this influencer. When Lil Tay showed up on the internet in 2018, a lot of people didn't like her.
Yo, what's up? I'm Lil Tay, the youngest flexer of the century.
Lil Tay was annoying for 2 big reasons. First, she made videos bragging about how rich she was. She flaunted cash, fancy cars, and mansions. Second, she mocked people who worked hard but weren't as rich as her.
I got a $350,000 chain. Y'all haven't seen this in your life.
Hey, she's right.
I'm richer than all y'all broke.
She's right.
Y'all grown men hating on me because y'all broke and jealous.
And the crazy part was Lil Tay was only 9. Her annoying videos made her famous. In a few months, she got 1.2 million followers on Instagram. But behind all the flexing, Lil Tay was hiding an explosive secret.
What?
And it was about to come out. In May 2018, a video leaked online. It showed Lil Tay's older brother feeding her lines and telling her how to act.
I mean, it's freaking clear that obviously a kid this age is not gonna be spitting out, oh, y'all are broke ass niggas who don't get money and y'all don't got money like me. I'm the youngest flexer on earth. I got 300 band chain. Kids don't even have those words in their vernacular, in their vocabulary, in their day-to-day word bank, bro.
Lil Tay be popping on YouTube right now.
You gotta be like more ignorant. You have to be like, oh, Lil Tay out here. Wait, what did he say?
You still irrelevant, like I said last time.
Let's be honest though, be more ignorant. You trying to tell her to act like a black person, bro. Sound like a stereotypical like ghetto black person. That's what he's saying.
People realized the truth. Lil Tay wasn't a kid acting out. She was being coached. Lil Tay's mom was in on it too. The internet found out that Lil Tay's mom was a real estate agent. She used her boss's mansions and luxury cars in Lil Tay's videos. The wealth Lil Tay flaunted wasn't hers. It was borrowed. Once the truth got out, people were furious. Not just because Lil Tay tried to fool them, but because her mom and older brother were using her for clout.
I mean, if you got fooled by freaking Lil Tay having that much money, you're low-key an idiot, dumb as hell for lack of better terms, because let's think about it like this. How the heck is a little girl gonna get $300,000 cars, houses, cash, and chains? Somebody's buying it for her or somebody's giving it to her. Money comes from somewhere. It doesn't grow on freaking trees, bro. She's not like a music artist. She's not a YouTuber. She doesn't have a freaking job. Where else does she get the money?
After the scandal, Lil Tay's Instagram was wiped clean.
We have a code red. Lil Tay has deleted everything. It's all gone.
Grown man, by the way, talking about something. It's all gone. Lil Tay, code red. The only code red is goddamn being a grown-ass man talking about the situation. That's a code red.
Lil Tay's gone. I mean, she's there, but all the posts are deleted. All the videos are deleted.
At that point, Lil Tay's absentee dad came in to save her. In an interview, he said, "I do not think a 10-year-old girl should be put in those situations and made to drop out of school so that she can make money for other people." He filed for custody and won.
Damn, so Lil Tay's a fatherless child in a way, or what? Like, does the dad have no control here?
Drop out of school so that she can make money for other people. He filed for custody and won. Lil Tay went to live with her dad and vanished from the internet.
Okay.
Everyone thought her influencer days were over, but a few years later, they heard about Lil Tay again, but it was tragic news. In August 2023, this message appeared on Lil Tay's Instagram. "It is with heavy hearts that we share the devastating news of our beloved Claire's sudden and tragic passing."
Who?
Lil Tay's real name was Claire, and the news spread fast.
This was fake, right?
Lil Tay's loved ones are mourning the loss of an internet sensation.
I think this is fake, right?
The teen rapper, whose real name is Claire Hope and who rose to fame online in
Wait, teen rapper? Was she ever a rapper, or am I bugging?
2018, has passed away.
She was only 14, but things didn't add up. The city authorities had no record of her passing.
See,
no death certificate, no police report, nothing. Also, the day after Lil Tay's passing, a Lil Tay crypto coin was launched. Then out of nowhere, Lil Tay popped up on Instagram. She was alive, and she told the world what really happened.
My account was hacked and they had to help me get it back. And the man that did it was my own deadbeat absentee father.
Lil Tay claimed her dad hacked her Instagram and faked
I thought her dad was the good guy in the situation. What the heck? So she got two bad parents.
her death. Also, he could promote a Lil Tay crypto coin.
So this was his last resort. And the next day, he launched, alongside some other frauds, he launched a crypto coin attached to the Lil Tay name.
She said more disturbing things about her dad.
He started a court case to silence me so I could not speak on what was happening and so he could take control over my money.
That's sad, bro.
Spotlight was on Lil Tay again, so she tried to make a comeback by dropping a music video, but it didn't stick. After 2 weeks, the buzz died, and the internet moved on. Today, Lil Tay is almost 18. Hopefully, her days as a child influencer won't mess up the rest of her life. This next case wasn't just disturbing.
I don't know if it will. It probably won't. She should be fine.
Jalea was just 7 when she and her siblings started appearing on the YouTube channel CJ So Cool. They made pranks, vlogs, and family content.
What happened here?
The man behind the channel was CJ, Jalea's stepdad. CJ's brand was being the wild, unpredictable dad who pranked the kids.
Okay.
But some of CJ's pranks didn't seem funny. They felt mean. In one 2016 video, CJ secretly mixed laxatives into his kids' ice cream. After eating it, they held their stomachs in discomfort. While they complained, CJ just laughed. He filmed the whole thing like it was a joke. The prank was so absurd that it made headlines, but the other videos got worse. In another—
Let's not freaking sugarcoat it. You drugged your children. You put substances in their goddamn ice cream and then you laughed about it? What the heck is that? No, CPS, bro. Where are you?
video, CJ convinced his wife that their kids were kidnapped. Obviously, she freaked out, but while she screamed, CJ filmed it as content. In a different prank, he made her believe one of the kids passed away in a swimming pool. The pranks were extreme, but they got views. However, not every—
Bro, this is mental abuse if they're real, but I'm not gonna lie, a lot of times, like back then, the pranks used to be pretty fake.
Everything on the channel was this extreme. CJ also posted fun family vlogs, and Jalea appeared in these happy videos.
We got Jade up in the house looking fresh in the babe styles and the threes. What's up, man?
She fitted, bro.
What's cool? Did you get in the fight? What happened?
Now, full babe as a kid, though, this family has money, bro. I used to be like, damn, I wanted the new freaking cool gray 11s. If you know, you know.
Then in 2022, the family fell apart. CJ and his partner split, and it was a messy breakup. In the end, CJ's partner left with their kids, including Jalea. Viewers thought that was the end of the story, but 2 years later, Jalea came forward with serious allegations.
What?
Anyone who saw the channel saw Jalea and CJ together. Remember, CJ was her stepdad, but their bond seemed natural, like a father and daughter. That's why her accusations were so shocking. Jalea said CJ acted inappropriately toward her when she was younger. To back up her claims, Jalea shared disturbing entries from her personal diary.
When that day comes and I see him in the casket, I promise you I'll be crying. The tears of joy, all of my anger, sadness, and hate for that man will always stay with me though, till the day I die. I'm so mad at myself for letting him.
But CJ denied everything. Jalea didn't back down. On Instagram, she said she wasn't a little girl anymore and that she stood by what she said. Eventually, the case went to court, but it didn't go far. In March 2025, CJ revealed that the charges were dropped. No one knows what truly happened. It's disturbing to
drop
think
for
that
what? So it didn't happen? Was she lying? Did her mom make her lie, or like
smiling in those videos could have been suffering behind the scenes? On the other hand, it's just as terrible to think it could have all been made up. The internet has made it easier than ever to turn kids into content. When views come before safety, it's no longer entertainment, it's exploitation. And there's no excuse for putting fame over their future. Visual venture.
Well, that was the disturbing world of freaking child influencers, bro. We learned about a few different child influencer lives, and the moral of the story, bro, I don't know about you guys, but I'm never gonna have my freaking kid to be a child influencer, bro. I feel like having a kid in the camera is just setting them up for failure over time, whether that's ruining their digital footprint, lose their access to their actual childhood, among other issues, you name it. Social media is just not the place to be having family content for me. But that's gonna do it for today's video. Make sure you let me know what you think down below in the comment section. Link me any videos you want me to check out in the Discord and in the description. As always, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. With that being said, it's love you all. I love you, and I'm out.